what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. You know what I meant. Welcome back to my channel. It's Sam here if you're new here. Thanks for stopping by. And if you've been here before, well then what's up? So for today's video, we're going to be talking about the best of 2019 part 2. I will already have a video posted of other products other than makeup. So that's part 1. Part 2 is going to be all makeup related products. Just stuff that I've been reaching for all of 2019, stuff that's my favorite and I couldn't live without in 2019. And to go over it, I'm going to be doing a full face of everything that I've loved in 2019, so it's kind of a get ready with me as well. So if that's something that you're interested in, then make sure you just keep on watching. Let's go. So I'm going to start off with primers, and remember I tried to narrow it down. I've used a lot of stuff this year, but I narrowed it down to the 2 things that I reach for the absolute most. So, and not all of them are 2. I have like three things, a couple things, and another. But anyway, just beside the point. So the 2 primers that I have been reaching for the most are the dupes, the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer and the Tatcha, the Silk Canvas. These 2 have been my go-tos. It's just what I've been reaching for. For today's look, we are going to be using the e.l.f. Poreless Putty. And I'm going to go ahead and slap this on and I'll be right back. So I love this Poreless Putty Primer because it's inexpensive compared to the Tatcha one especially. They're pretty similar though. But I have huge pores and I don't think I'll ever find a primer that absolutely fills in my pores. I've tried a lot of primers. I have a lot of primers. But this is what does the best job considering how big my pores are. These 2 items here. So and what I do is I just rub it all over the face as you saw, and then I just press it in. Because if you keep rubbing, you'll start to get the little balls or whatever, like texture. So, and then now I press it in, really get it in there because my pores are biggest right here. I basically have craters right here. And then next we'll go into eyebrows. My 2 favorite eyebrow combination right now is the Believe Beauty Eyebrow Styling Gel. This is it here. You can find it from Dollar General. It's their exclusive brand. Excuse me. It's just a clear brow gel. I've been loving this the most to tame my crazy eyebrows. And then I also pair it with the Kat Von D Brow Struck Dimension Powder in light brown. So that's it there. And then the brush I like to use, this is, right, so my favorite brush to use with this is the Alamar Cosmetics brush I got in one of my boxy charms. Thing's good, y'all. And then I just find a spoolie. Just any spoolie. Let me find a spoolie. Oh, I guess honorable mention, don't look at how dirty these are. But these are my favorite brushes of 2019 too. They're the Jeffree Star collection and the Blinged Brushes collection. So I have them displayed back here on my shelf usually. So I'm just going to spoolie. Turn the mirror towards me. My eyebrows really need to be done, so y'all just disregard how bushy they are. So I just spoolied them real quick. And I usually like the other side of this brush too, but it needs to be cleaned really bad, so I've switched over to this, and I really liked this a lot too. So I like the straight tip, if you can see that. I don't know, it just helps make it look more defined. Don't y'all just hate when your eyebrows are so bushy because they need to be waxed that you just can't fill them in because there's like nothing to follow because it's just bushes. I just have bushes on my face. Bushes on my face, but don't call me a bush face. Takes me back. Anybody ever watch Annie Milonakis? Schmandy Schmilla Schmackis? Probably not. Okay. Probably just the only weirdo. Next we're going to tap into the, oh god. One good eyebrow, one crazy eyebrow. Nothing new. Alright. We're going to tap into the Believe Beauty Brow Gel. And we're just going to try to tame these bushes. Next thing on my agenda is a eyeshadow base. I did get into the Painterly Paint Pot. by MAC, but I didn't use it enough in 2019 to put it in this video, so I was trying to use this up. So this here is the eyeshadow primer potion. Everyone knows about it. This one is the one that I chose. It's in the shade Eden, I think. But anyway, it's not the normal purple tube that everyone sees, but this one's my go-to. I like how tinted it is. So this is what I have been using until I'm done with it, and then I will switch over to my Painterly Paint Pot, which I have used the Painterly Paint Pot quite a few times, but for the sake of getting rid of this too. But I would buy this again. I love this stuff. Next, we're going to tap into the Believe Beauty Sponge. This, I think, deserves a good little home here in the best of 2019. This sponge starts out fairly small, and then when you wet it, I mean, it gets huge. And it feels so good, and it's so inexpensive. So, that's why this earned a spot here in the best of 2019. Now, the only other sponge that I think deserves it is the Jeffree Star Morphe ones, but I don't want to open these just yet, and my other ones are just really dirty, and this one, I mean, it's dirty, but it's not as dirty as my other ones, so, yeah. So that would be the only other one that I think would qualify for the best of 2019, although that orange one is really good too. So, alright, now that my eyeshadow base is on, I feel like it cancels out a lot of my redness. I've had dry eyelids lately, and I'm an oily skin type, so it's just really weird. Stuff's been sticking to my eyelids, like right in the inner ear and on the outer sometimes. I don't know. Now to beat my eyeballs. Alright, next we're going to hop into eyeshadows. I have a few different palettes here that I think deserve a spot. I'm not going to use all the palettes for today, but I just wanted to kind of show you guys. So, one that I've been going to for like a normal, just real quick, everyday look is the Jaclynn Heel Morphe in, what's this one called? I know they're all different. This one is the Armed and Gorgeous palette here. I use a crap ton of this gold here. I love this gold, that green. Anyway, so I go to that eyeshadow palette a lot. I also been using a lot of the Laura Lee Los Angeles Nudie Patootie. I met her and she signed my thing for me, so that was pretty cool. She came to Destin. I live in Panama City Beach, so anyway. So this one here I use a lot too for just a really quick, don't want to think about it look. Next I use a lot of the Jeffree Star Androgyny palette. If you can tell, she's been used and abused. Poor brown's all gone. Love this one for a more bold statement. And then next also is the Kat Von D Metals palette. This is a really old palette, but I love this palette, and I get a lot of really cool looks at it, and all these shimmers here are so good. So, quite a fan. Now, for today's look, I'm not feeling anything real crazy today, so I'm going to go into the Nudie Patootie palette, and that's what we'll be creating our look with today. I mentioned this in the best of my last products, but I guess it should have been the makeup products, because it's the color switch, but I did put it in my other part 1 video, so I guess I'll mention it here too, just because my brushes are dirty and I need to clean them. So, but I always need to clean my brushes. I always run out of them. Anyway, so I'm not going to go over everything that I'm doing. I'm just going to speed this up. But if you guys want to like follow along, I will just kind of point to what I'm doing, like what I'm doing at the moment. So I just did something really quick, really fast, nothing crazy or extravagant, you know what I mean? So I'm just running errands today. So, but I did also want to mention in here something that's not an eyeshadow palette. It is a highlighter palette, but I use it as eyeshadow. It's the Fenty Beauty Kilowatt Foil. This is it here, and I use this a crap ton this year, like on my eyes, and everyone's always complimenting my makeup when I wear this, and it's usually this. So just real quick, I'm going to slap on some of this center shade as well. It really just elevates the level. So I just did this basic look. I don't know if you guys can see because the lighting sucks, hopefully. Super basic look, but this just brought it to another level. Crazy. Next we're going to go into foundations. I have 3 different foundations that I have loved this year that I use a lot of. I'm only going to use one today, but I feel like all of them should be mentioned. So first is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour freshwear makeup. I love this stuff. It lasts so good on my oily skin. There's nothing else to be said about it. It's good, and it's very inexpensive. And it's funny because all of my favorite foundations are drugstore. Like, none of them are high-end. Like, I don't find myself reaching for any of my high-end ones. Anyway, next is the Revlon Photo Ready Candid. As you can see, I've used quite a bit of this one. I also love this one as well. This is probably the one I'll be using today because it's more, it's easier to me to use. It's like, it's got coverage to it, but I'm not like cake face in it. Like, I'm not like full blank glam. Speaking of full cake face in it, I wore this on New Year's Eve because this foundation, this next one, does not let me down. Y'all are gonna call me crazy. It's so good. It's so long wearing. It's so full coverage. It is literally so amazing, and it's only $5 from Dollar General. This is the Believe Beauty right here. Oh my god, the packaging's so cute. It's got a pump on it with gold. I mean, it's just so cute and so good. So good. So good. I know y'all probably hear my dogs in the background. I'm just so accustomed to them, but it's like, can y'all be quiet, please? This is a really good one. This is my go-to when I need a full face of glam and I don't need to let me down. You know what I mean? So those are my foundations. Like I said, I'm going to be using the Candid one. Excuse me. It's got a pump applicator on it. You guys don't need to see me apply my foundation, I'm sure. Everyone's seen me do it, but I'll speed it up just for y'all's sake. So that is on, and the next we're going to go to concealer, which by the grace of God I'm going to get any concealer out of here because it's empty and broken and loved and abused. It's the Instant Age Rewind by Maybelline. Everyone's seen this, everyone knows this, everyone loves it. It deserves a spot in here because this is my second one I've gone through this year, and I never go through concealer like that. I was using I'm literally having to scrape to get some. I was using the, this is the wrong shade for me right now too. God, what's it called? The Tarte Shape Tape. It's so drying under my eyes, so I use it to like conceal or to like shape my eyebrows or eyeshadow base or to brighten if I need to be brightened. But as you can see, I'm scraping bare minimum here, so I might have to tap into another concealer just to get the job done. We will see. Hold on. Note to self, pick up more concealer when out today. Like I said, I have other concealers, but I don't feel like digging for them right now. Alright, so I just struggle bust trying to stretch that as far as possible. It's just so empty. But it's just going to have to work. I'm not going for a full thing today anyway. Oh, next is the setting powder. This is the one by Pretty Vulgar. This one I've been reaching for the most. If I have to say any of the other ones I've been reaching for would be the Kat Von D or in Translucent or the Airspun. But the Coty Airspun, but this is what my main one is I reach for, so I'm almost out of it, so I felt it deserved a good spot in this video. Let's go ahead and set it and forget it. This brush should get a shout out too. This is by Sonia Kashuk from Target. I use this brush a crap ton. I love the angle of it, and I love it to put my setting powder all over my face and then brush away anything else from like when I put it on with the sponge, you know what I mean? But yeah. Shout out. Sonia Kashuk book brushes in general are good. I have one that I contour with all the time too, so. Yes. Alright. Next is bronzer. So I have two bronzers that I've been reaching for mostly this 2019. I should also mention for contouring, the Anastasia Beverly Hills was my go-to. I know this is OG, but look at that baby. She's been used and abused. So real quick, I'm just gonna lightly contour. I use the center shade here mostly. I just tap in. Just real quick. All right. Also, another honorable mention for brushes that's not in the ones that I told you about already is this e.l.f. brush. This big, giant, fluffy e.l.f. brush. I use this for my bronzer. So, for the two bronzers is these two right here. The Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. This one's in, I don't know, I thought they were like, oh, this is in Chocolate Matte. So that's that one there. Love that a lot. And then also this one I've been using a lot too. I like the sheen to it. Is by the Sephora brand, Sephora collection. And this one is in Moyan medium. So that's that one there. For today, I'm going to tap into the Sephora brand one. Quick little bronzing session. Next is highlighters. So the two highlighters I've been using the most this year are by Pretty Vulgar. This is the most, except for one other one that I'm going to show you, but that's a finishing touch. By Pretty Vulgar. This is in Shimmering Swann 126 Glow Up. So that's that one there. And then a more recent one over the past few months has been this one by it's Moon Dust, but I can't remember the brand, and so that's why I was like, I don't know if I should mention it or not, but it's just a little sample. But so if you guys know, and it's Moon Dust, can't think of by who, let me know if you know. So that's why I'm not using it in this one, but I just wanted to try to mention it, throw it out there, whatever. So I'm going to tap into the Pretty Vulgar one. Next, we're going to hop into blushes. The two blushes I've been using the most this year are Anastasia Beverly Hills. This here, which I usually go for this color on the end here, or this color in the middle here. Sometimes that one, depending. This is the Blush Trio in Pink Passion, by the way. And the other one I've reached for a lot too, just for easy, quick blush, is by Millani. It's this little guy here. And this is in, this is Romantic Rose. So that's the one I'm going to be using today. Let's find a blush brush. I'll just grab this Morphe one. Guys, by the way, I do my blush over my, like after my highlighter instead of the highlighter after the blush is because it helps make the highlighter look more blended in, if you will. I'm going to take my blush and I go over my nose. It's just quick blush. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Yeah. Alright, so real quick, I'm going to do the underneath my eyelashes, my lower lash line, just so I don't look like a zombie over here. And then I shall return with that done. And I'm just going to do like 1 or 2 colors on the bottom, so nothing crazy. I know this is a really slapped together look, but this is why I did this video, is because I'm trying to show you guys what I reach for mostly to just get my makeup done and get out the door. You know what I mean? Just what. So that's why I'm slapping it on to where I looked presentable, if that makes any sense. So, like I have a hair here. Okay. No, it's still there. I feel it. Alright, can't figure it out. Next is a mascara. Now, I will say, oh, let's just go ahead and mention this one. So this one is the Big Ego by Tarte. Too Faced Tarte. Is this Tarte? Pretty sure it's Tarte. It's so worn. Pretty sure it's by Tarte. Or Too Faced. You guys have seen the Big Ego. You know what I'm talking about. I can't figure it out. Again, I'll have everything listed in the description bar. I can't remember the dang, when things go away like this. This is why I hate, like, this is such cute packaging, but they don't think about it. Like, let's put this really quick gold lettering on here, but then it just disappears. You know what I mean? So, anyway, this is the Big Ego, and I got this in a BoxyCharm or something, I can't remember. But my favorite mascara I've ever used in my entire life used to be Roller Lash by Benefit, but since then, I tried the Unlashed or Unleashed by Wander Beauty. That stuff is amazing. I will also link that below as well, because, or at least put it in the description box, something, because that stuff is ball. I ran out and I have to get more, but yeah, I haven't, I've missed it. Oh, another honorable mention. Eyeliner, black eyeliner, not liquid, but just pencil or whatever, or crayon, whatever you call it, is by Marc Jacobs. It's the little skinny one. I can't remember the name of it. I'm also out of that too. So if I were to do eyeliner today, which I don't do eyeliner all the time because it closes in your eyes, but if I were to do it, that would be the eyeliner I'd go to. I will put that as well in the description box. So we're just going to hop into this mascara, and then we're almost done with today's look. Oh, no, can't do the mascara yet. I'm going to hop into setting spray, which the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. But this is the Jeffree Star strawberry one. So yum. And the reason why I'm including this in today, because this is like new as of last month to me. I got it for Christmas. But the reason why I'm including that today is because my MAC Set Refresh, I think that's what it's called. I've been out of that, so that was my favorite of 2019. Now I'm on to this, so we shall see how I like it. But I needed something, and I'm out of it. So, random side note, when I first got this mascara, I didn't like it because it was so liquidy, and I like a drier mascara. So what I do to get it to be more dry is I pump air in there like this, and it helps get more dry so it's not such a wet consistency, meaning flopping everywhere, you know, transferring everywhere, getting on your eyelids when you're trying to put it on. So, little tip. Alrighty, one more step. That's it so far. This is the lips. So these are my go-to lip products that I have used all year long, starting with the lip liner. And this hasn't been all year, but I liked the shade. I got this about a while back, and I switched it from what I was using because it was similar in shade, but I liked this better because of the pencil that you can sharpen. Just more sanitary, you know what I mean? Anyway, so this is the Steve Laurent in shade Vogue. So that's it there. It's kind of a nude. Love that a lot. So real quick, I'm going to slap this on. Alright, and then the other two things that I use with this are, well, I use a lot with this, but The one that I was reaching for most is the Kat Von D in Lovesick. That's that one there. I'll do a little quick swatch for you. I think those go together really well. But for today, I'm going to be using the other one I've been using on my stuff. This is Undressed. This is the Glitter Flip. Is it by Ciate? I'm going to say Ciate Glitter Flip. I just hate, I love packaging because it's so pretty, but I hate that they don't think about you using it so much that it disappears. You know what I mean? Anyway, so this one we're going to be using today. So what I love about this is when it goes on like nude, but when you rub your lips together, it gets sparkly. Hold on. Can y'all see that? I don't know if you can see that. My lips are so dry. They're driving me nuts. Alright, well, oh yeah, finishing touch. Forgot that. So for the other highlighter that I've been using forever and ever, probably way more than just 2019. I use this at the end. It is the Urban Decay Illuminated. I use the brush that comes in it and everything. This one's in the shade, Illuminated. So I just push this across like that, and then I just, because I like to be sparkly. If you can't tell by my walls. And I just finishing touch right over top my highlighter. And then again, one more spray. This stuff smells so good, by the way. And my fan broke, so I can't fan. And that is today's look, minus my hair. So I have to go fix my hair, and I will be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. I decided, since I'm only running errands today, I try to not to put heat on my hair unless I'm like going somewhere like that, like I need to style my hair. Or I try to skip days where I can just put it up. So I just put this little cute headband in, put it back in a little baby bun. So that's what we are working with. But look at that, girl. Anyway, so this is the finished look. This is just quick everyday. This is what I reach for. This is what my go-to is type of makeup. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure you consider subscribing. It's a little red button down at the bottom, wherever it's at. And then if you like this type of video, make sure you give it a big old thumbs up. And I really hope it helped you decide on products you might want to look in the future, or I don't know, whatever. I hope it showed you like what I like, helps you decide if it's something that you want to invest in or not. So anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.